Alright, this your main man, Kel Breezy, coming to you guys with another ranking video. The last of my big four movie slasher characters. Last but not least, it's your favorite dog, Chucky. Yeah, of course I had to wear a t-shirt, represent the guy. Now, this is my ranking from worst to best. My personal opinion is how I feel, what I think about them. You guys may feel different, but hey, that's cool, that's fine. Please, first, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Feel free to comment your ranking of the Chucky movies or the Child's Play movies, however you want to say it. But let's go ahead and kick this thing off. Coming in worst. This should not come as a surprise to those who are a fan of the franchise. The Seed of Chucky. It's so much bad about this movie. I'm going to start with the good. It was good to see, Don Mancini make his directing debut. It's good to see Chucky. And it was good and fun to see, Jennifer Tilly voicing her real voice in the movie and then doing Tiffany's. Excuse me. That was cool. That was fun. We know Don Mancini, he's openly gay. And the whole gender thing with Glenda. Okay, let's get into the bag. Chucky masturbating in a cup. Like, they even showed doll boobs. That, I understand that Chucky's wisecracking, but it's just too much stupidity to be even taken serious as a straight up horror. It was, not even a little fake cameo by Britney Spears helped. You know what I mean? It just was. Red Man was kind of funny in it, trying to get a movie, and he wanted Jennifer Tilly to, drop them draws to get the role, but for the most part, it just was a bad movie. It sucked. Oh my gosh. It pretty much just put the nail in the coffin for the franchise, man. Oh man, that sucked. That movie sucked. I'm glad I got that out the way first. Anyway, next. Definitely, this next. The Child's Play remake. For those who know, I do not like remakes. In most of my rankings, remakes be at the top of the list for worse. Most of the time. And this is one of them. This movie it had a good idea. They just didn't know how to capitalize it. Because let's think about it. If you had a doll, like a smart doll that controlled all the smart devices in your house, like your Bluetooths, he can speak through them. It's creepy. Like your phone and all this. If you had like a smart car that they can drive itself, that's creepy. They didn't capitalize on it well. No. And then it sucks because Don Mancini started making Chucky movies. The Chucky that me and people my age that know still love Chucky. The whole voodoo thing, we still love that. That's still great. But I mean, it had a good idea. Just didn't capitalize. And then the doll itself was ugly. It's like a Muppet that sat in the sun too long and the face started to melt. Ugh. And then this version of Andy, like, ain't you a little too old to be playing with dolls, kid? You know what I mean? Then you really couldn't, Andy's mom, she was a single mom, but she was out here, just, having sex with a guy, like in a serious relationship. And this dude had a whole family. So, but yeah, it's just bad, man. I just couldn't get with it. And it's just this angry guy that works in the shop making dolls. So I'm gonna turn off all the enable everything so he can learn and kill and just snap. And like eyes go from blue, then gonna kill red. It was cool having Mark Hamill voice him. That was dope. Yeah. Even had a little song. You're my buddy, my only buddy. That song. But overall, man, I can't stomach this movie. It was just bad. Good idea, they just horribly flopped. Ugh. Alright, on to the next one. Child's Play 3. I know. The first three movies, wouldn't I rank this a little higher, like to the best? No. Wanna know why? It was to me, in so many ways, it was kind of a carbon copy of the first two. Chucky revealing himself to a young kid who he is. Now he gotta put his trying to put his soul to this kid playing the same game. He just is in a military school, and he'll try to use like lines and jokes from other military movies and stuff. I mean, Lieutenant Colonel Shelton, sir, it was cool. Whitehurst, oh my God, what a loser. Oh man, it was okay. I mean, it didn't have no really kills that just stood out. I mean, he had somebody have a heart attack. I mean, Chucky death was cool. I mean, but that funhouse, like at a low budget city carnival, like that little horror funhouse was like too huge to be there, you know? But it was cool to see Chucky get chopped up in a fan. That was a cool deal. It's probably one of the coolest deaths out this franchise. But most of all, this movie just, I think that they rushed it because it came out a year after part 2. So yeah, shouldn't rush the production of a movie you want to continue to make money, be a hit. Anyway, next. Here we go. On to the next. Bride of Chucky. Good thing about this one, it had John Ritter. Don't you just love John Ritter? Three's Company, Eight Simple, Date My Teenage Daughter. I just love John Ritter. Even as a villain uncle, overprotective villain uncle. You know, he had good intentions, but came in wrong. But these characters, Jesse and Jade, I just couldn't relate to them. It was like, you guys love each other, but the second trouble comes, you're accusing each other. Like, he thinks she's crazy and killed Needle Nose, and she thinks he did it. Then they still get married? Are you just freaking crazy? If I thought the woman that I call myself loving was crazy, I'm not gonna marry you. No, I'm crazy and stupid. Really? I don't know. But it has some good kills, you know. It was good to see, you know, Jennifer Tilly, you know, being her sexy, funny, kind of goofy self, interacting with the Chucky doll. You know, maybe a little more of her being human would have been okay, but it's something I got over the years. It was cool seeing another doll. What I didn't like was, where did the necklace, the jewel of Dumbala, where did that come from? Like, parts 2 and 3 did not, and part 1 never mentioned that until now. Like before, he just had to put his hand on the person's head and do the chant, and there it is, and it was a time limit. This whole new necklace thing, where did that come from? Did they forget that that wasn't the first one? I don't know. I mean, it has okay kills. I mean, you know, they Capone shot out to Pinhead with the Uncle Sheep Warren got the nails in the face before he got stabbed in the back, literally stabbed in the back. And then their friend David, he got hit by that truck. That was pretty cool. That was sick. I like that. And but Chucky's death, just getting shot. That's it. No shot in the head explode, nothing. Really? That's it. Yeah. I was expecting more about Chucky, but you know, man, could have done a whole lifetime without the whole sex scene. I'm just saying. But she got a good kill for the champagne glass, killing people in the waterbed. But anyway, anywho, next on my list, Cult of Chucky. Cult of Chucky is the sequel to Curse of Chucky. I don't know it because it was like the last one done and directed, but I enjoyed it because it had this twist, unlike the Chucky's twist, was good. It was different because you was seeing like it was 2 Chucky dolls, and you're like, how? How's it 2? Who's the real one? Who's the fake? What's going on here? But he figured out another enchant to where he can just put his soul into multiple dolls, which that's cool and different. Apparently he talked to Tiffany because she's human form and there was a doll in the backseat. I don't know. That's crazy, I guess. But we got the return of Andy Barkley and fully in the movie. We didn't have to wait till like the end scenes. It'd been dope, you know, if I saw more of him. But hey, the seeing him, the actual Andy Barkley, Alex Vincent in this, he even like, had started on a date and the girl Googled him. Fucking internet. And the fact that the doll from the first one, he still got the head torturing and everything. And Nika, oh my gosh, in the wheelchair, even had time to get a little love scene in. But to see her, you know, and actually being Chucky, that was a highlight of this movie. It was. It has some great kills. Oh my god, probably one of the gruesome kills when she like stomped that old weird verdict Dr. Foley in the face with her shoe, like crushed his head, literally crushed and smashed his head. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. It was gruesome. But bad things about the movie, well, I'll get to the minute, but I want to talk about the kills. The kills, pretty dope, you know. The drill in the back of Michael's head, crazy Michael, wow, cool. And they even did the better scene when Chucky had the oxygen tank and he shot up through the glass and cut the lady that was on the table, cut her up pretty bad. That was so upgrade what they did in Bride of Chucky. Good job done, Mancini. Good job. But the bad thing about this movie, it's not that many bad things. And as I get closer to him, my number one, it's not that many bad. The bad is, it was just, the Chucky's. It was so many in a way, you know. 2 was fine, and the third one, and it was just like, so, why we need so many? I mean, it was funny watching it, but I mean, 2 was fine, but 3 was a crowd, you know what I mean? Even though one of them got killed. Spoilers if you haven't seen the movie, and killed him. But, yeah. Anyway, on to the next Curse of Chucky. Curse of Chucky. This was the longest gap between the original franchise of Chucky movies from 1991 all the way to what, 2013. That was the longest gap because they was pumping them out. Part 1, 2, and 3 was pumping them out. But this is a long gap, and to be honest, it was well worth it. Well worth it. I'm sorry, I take that back. It was 2004 all the way to 2013. That's still that's a longer gap in a way. Well, it's not that long. It's the second longest. But it seemed like an eternity because Seed of Chucky I could do without. I really could. Yeah. But Curse of Chucky, oh my god, it just brought back these scare vibes that was missing in Bride of Chucky and Seed of Chucky. I appreciate it. It was dark, it was gory, the kill, and it was like in the first one, it was like he was not ready to reveal himself until the end. It was like, okay, I'm digging the new look, Chucky. Hey, okay. A little more rubber face, even the teeth look a little more rubbery. It was cool. I didn't like the CGI, but I'm not a big fan of CGI of any horror movie. But not too much, maybe a little. And then it's just this family was crazy, man. You know, we had Nika in the wheelchair. Oh my gosh. her little niece Alice. Oh, so adorable. And then it just, only thing I didn't like was the story, the backstory, how he know Nika's family. It didn't really tie in. Chucky's story didn't tie in with how the first Child Play started. Like in Child Play 1, it makes like he was running like they were trying to rob somebody and trying to get away. But this one, he kidnapped Nika's mom and tied her up and had daisies all around her. And then the police showed up and he stabbed her and ran. But so did he have like Eddie Caputo like just waiting just in case something went bad? I don't know. That's the downfall of the movie that just really didn't make sense. But I was glad that Mancini decided to go back to more scary instead of more funny. Yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. It was a really good way to revive a franchise. And I can't wait to see what comes next after, Culture Chucky. So, big ups to it. We got to see Alex Vincent make a return in the after credit scene. Oh yeah, that was so great. Shotgun, play with this. Ooh, in the face, in the face. Alright, next. I know I'm gonna make somebody mad, hurt somebody's feelings, but I don't care. This is my rankings. So, coming in number 2. The one that started off, Child Play, 1988. Let me explain, please. Let me explain. I love this movie. I do. I love it. I love the guess like, is Andy killing? Did Andy snap his killing? Or is it the dog? Is it the dog doing it? I don't know. But for me, I just love this movie. But part 2 was just so much more fun for me. And I love it. Just what really got me was like, you made him seem like he was really that darn invincible to kill him. Like, you set him on fire, you shot his head off, you shot his arm, shot his leg. And you shot his back. And he's still alive? And all it took was a shot to the heart. And that it comes in number 2 because the way he died in part 2 kind of makes you think, well, why didn't he die? They just shot his head off in part 1. But it was cool to see him, like, when he finally got to see him, like, alive and moving around. That part was dope. When he came alive and the mom's hand, when she found out he was alive because he been moving and talking without battery. That was an iconic moment. Like, oh, your dog is alive. But Alex Vince was so cute, you know, messing up his lines and, you know, so adorable. You know, him and the Georgie from the remake of It, I don't know, bumping heads, I don't know. Who's more adorable as a little kid in a non-child molesting way. I mean, not like that, but yeah. Anyway. Number 1, Child's Play 2. This game was full-blown Chucky, no guessing who did it. We know who's the killer. And to see him knock out another Chucky doll was great. The way he came back, how remade like Frankenstein. They remade him, put him together, you know, no stitch, just a full recovery. And then electricity hit. And the guy put him together, got struck by lightning, and they gave Chucky life. So yeah, I liked it. That was cool. And just seeing full Chucky and killed, and we got Alex Vincent again. And we got to see a cool interaction between foster siblings with him and Kyle. That's pretty dope. We don't see that too often. But the kills, and with Chucky, he had a couple of quick, you know, jokes, but it was still more sinister. It wasn't so goofy and silly like in later on in the franchise when the foster dad Phil's come down the steps and he had to hook and tripped him up and had him upside down. How's it hanging Phil? Then killed him. Pretty dope. And Miss Kettlewell with the yardstick, iconic kill. That's why this is number 1. Because to me, it had more iconic kills. And not just when Chucky died. And then even at the Good Guy Dog Factory, how the guy that worked there, the factory worker, how his eyes just got good guy, you know, the good guy dog's eyes just popped through his eyes, and it was, oh my God, that will stick with me forever. That was probably one of the greatest kills Chucky had in this franchise. But it's just full of Chucky, man. And Andy Barker, like, I'm ready this time. He went downstairs ready to kill Chucky in the basement, but that didn't work, though. It didn't work. But hey, anyway, not gonna be very guys long. This is my ranking of the Child's Play franchise. Like I say, guys, feel free to comment, subscribe, ring that bell to get notifications when I'm ever post a video. Who knows what I'm gonna do? Pretty random with a video posting. Anyway, guys, feel free to comment your ranking of the Child's Play movies. You know, because I want to know. Yours may be different, mine. Maybe you love Cedar Chucky, and maybe you hated Child's Play 1, or maybe you love Bride of Chucky the most. Maybe you love the remake for some reason. I don't know. This is your ranking. This is mine. Watch it, share it, like it. This your main man, Kevin Breezy.